Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of our Certified Supplier Initiative Shanghai Shantou Factory Tour. This has been organized by China Toy and Juvenile Products Association, or CTJPA. We will be evaluating our featured factory for today based on our 5 criteria. These are the product safety, safety assurance, specified standards, self-export capability, and social responsibility. I am here in the center, in the hub of Shanghai Shantou, where it is also known as the China Toys and Gift City. Now, there are thousands and thousands of toy manufacturers here, gift manufacturers, anime manufacturers, franchises, and service providers. Now, I am in front of the Jinxing Plastics Co Limited. I can't wait to get inside, so stick around. I'll give you a tour. Okay, let me tell you more about Jinxing Plastics Co Limited. Jinxing Plastics Co Limited actually manufactures and integrates production, trade, and multi-channel operations. That means not only that they produce toys, they can actually do trade and also trade in multi-channel operations. That means overseas, local, different platforms. Now, they also specialize in plastic toys and candy toys. They also cooperated with famous supermarkets and other boutique stores. And they have achieved, or they have patented 168 appearance patents, 14 utility model patents, and they have certifications such as BSCI, GSV, Disney Factory Audit, BJS, China National High-Tech Enterprise. Now, the whole factory or construction area is about 40,000 square meters. So we're finally in one of their workshops, and of course behind me are the injection machines. I'm going to tell you more about that in a bit, but let me just mention that they recently invested in automation of their machines, such as the shrinkable machines, mechanical arms, automatic screw machines, and so on and so forth. Now they have actually 30 of these injection machines, and later on I will be sharing a special injection machine that does a specific thing. But for now, let me just show you guys. So this injection machine, for example, we have some parts of looks like a guitar part that's coming down, that came out fresh from the injection machine. Now, remember, it's a little slow from the conveyor. It actually kind of cools down the plastic before it even reaches the employee. Now, the employee makes a little bit of ocular inspection and then puts them together, and then he places them here. Once he thinks everything's okay, out from the injection machine, and this is what we have. There you go. It's a part of a guitar or a ukulele. All right, just on my side here is a special injection machine. Now this injection machine actually produces big parts because we have different injection machines, and some of them produce small parts, but this one specifically produces big parts. So I think we have something that came out fresh from this machine. And just to further explain it, when I say big parts, I meant like this one, for example. It's a big part, right? So one piece, one big part for a special injection machine. So right now, I'm actually in one of their electronics assembly line. So this is the part where, in the factory, where they assemble, they solder, they glue, they prepare these electronic parts for the other toys that they have in the assembly line, in the production line. So these are really skilled employees that really know how to solder. Not only that, they also, of course, before soldering, I was just looking at this. Our friend over here has some testers, even before they actually send it out to the production line. So we have all these skilled workers that really know how to solder. Actually, they solder better than I do. And here, I just want to show here. So our friend here is actually soldering. And after soldering, you can solder so quickly. So solder. And then he's gonna test, make sure that there's contact. There you go. If you hear that sound, that means after soldering, they actually check if the contacts are actually working. So there's partly quality check here as well, even on this part where it's just a part or component of one of their toys. Let's go to the other facility. I'm in one of their assembly lines right now. So it's a long conveyor with several employees from side to side. So from the beginning of the conveyor is actually the parts. And then as it goes through the conveyor, it starts materializing the product. So it's like from that part, it's like, what is happening here? In the middle, you kind of start to visualize like how the product is gonna look like. And at the end, somewhere here, we have a guy who's putting some screws, probably the bottom part. All right, he's covering the bottom lid of this specific toy or model. And then, of course, here, talk about standard production under strict quality management. We have here, of course, our friends over here. Some are actually installing some of the stickers, but the last part from this assembly line is actually our friend over here who's double checking. If you look at closely, she is actually checking if the controls are working fine, if the buttons are working fine. So she does one of the inspections, so she's a quality inspector. This ensures that even before they put them in the box, everything should be checked and everything should be working perfectly fine. So this is the fun part where we check out their showroom. It showcases all their products, and behind me is actually a wall of really famous brands or characters as well. We all know Frozen, we all know Mickey Mouse, right? All from Disney. But anyway, let me just share a little bit of overview about Jinxing. So in 2005, they had their own brand, Juvenile, and this year they cooperated actually recently with a small column Sea of Bed, and then Disney, Teddy Bear, and other international animation IPs. Their products include musical instruments, which we'll be checking out later on as their featured product. They have a lot of baby toys as well, and pretend play baby toys. So it's not only about fun, it's also about educational toys. Now they have around 300 SKUs, and I think I've checked 299 of them. And then their main markets are actually from China, locally here, and then they also serve or export to EU or Europe and North America or USA and other regions all around the world. Now let's go to our featured product for today. I know you're excited, right? So let's go over there. All right, we are now down to their featured product, and they're really proud that they want to present this with you guys and share it with you. So we have here the Buffet Buddy Fun. It is a multi-purpose table for kids or toddlers. As you can see, with a small stool or chair, probably it's up to 3 years old. And this table is surprisingly amazing because it is actually a table that's filled with creativity. It might even spark that creativity in your child. So what I have here first is, of course, a regular table. They can use it for reading, for studying, you know, just a plain table. But when I flip it, okay, when I flip it, here's the fun starts, where it starts. So when I flip it, and then now you have a platform. It is pretty standard with even third-party or even Lego brands. It is pretty standard, so they can actually build bricks here as well. So that is already creativity. Not only that, there's also a part here for younger kids or toddlers where, you know, bricks for kind of like kids, and there's also bricks for toddlers. You can see that these studs are actually bigger than this one. It is also with the standard size, so it will work with Lego or third-party brands. So they can have this ultimate fun, and each of these, of course, are sold separately. And I bet you heard that, because I have a surprise for you guys. Because not only that it has this function as a table and as a platform for your bricks, whether it's the standard big size or the standard small size, it also can fit one of their products. This electronic piano for kids as well fits snugly on this part. Let me just put it here. There you go. So not only it's a table, now it also can be a keyboard stand for this toy piano or electronic piano. So aside from that, actually, there you go. Let me just press some couple of notes. There you go, just key of A. And then let me add, it doesn't end there. It also has accessories or compartments. They have this plastic basket so that when it's a study table, for example, if it's a study table, they can actually put all their crayons here, all their pencils, all these school supplies. If they're doing all the bricks, if they're playing with their bricks, they can actually place their bricks as well. It's a nice basket for all these little things that you will be playing on top of this desk. Now, not only that it's super fun from the above. Now, inside, actually, underneath the table is a compartment. Now, in this compartment, you can actually store all these Legos or bricks as well. You can put anything here, the notebooks, pencils, crayons, school supplies, Legos, toys. Not only that, even water. You can store water here because sometimes they want to play with their little bowls, their rubber duckies, so it can actually be a tumbler as well. So, aside from that, of course, our kids, our toddlers, they grow up so fast, real fast, right? So it's also adjustable here with the footrest. You can adjust the footrest as well. So can you imagine if you're gonna be buying one of these, or maybe your customers, or maybe your target market, the lifespan of this product itself, I bet it's gonna be years and years and years of fun. So I get the feeling that I'm Freddie Mercury right now before I start singing a song. These are not musical sheets. These are actually the certificates that I have in my hand right now. So first, I'd like to mention and share with you guys that this has been issued by the government of China. This is the Certificate of High Technology Company. It means they've been certified. Only just a handful actually get this one. I have here the BSCI certification awarded to Jinxing Plastics Co Limited, of course. And I have here their GSV certification as well. I have here a copy of their, actually an original copy of their patents. One of the very few patents that I have with me right now, and I just want to share this with you. And I have here, of course, the certificate that certifies them as an ISO 9001 factory. I have here, which is surprisingly in the wrong order, but let me just go straight with the English part of it. So it is actually a certificate from Walt Disney, giving them the permission to actually produce these Disney products. And another patent certificate. But anyway, let's move to the next part of the program. All right, so I'm in one of their testing facilities or labs, and we all know by now that what kind of products that this company actually produces are musical instruments, electronic musical instruments to be specific, aside from their other toys. Now, I have here a couple of tools or gauges that they use to test not only the physical parts of the toy, but also the audio, the electronics. So when I say physical parts, we have the torque test. We have a special tool here where you pull, you push. So they have this for the physical parts, how strong, how sturdy they are. And we have here for the electronics, it actually tests, this is specifically for other products, you know, about the dynamo, how much power it generates, is it consistent? So they check that as well. It's one of the qualities that they're looking at. And we have different other tools, they're measuring, you know, precise measuring rulers and all that stuff. But I'm interested with this one because here, actually my voice is louder than the instruments. I have here a decibel meter. It actually measures on these toys specifically because we're talking about sound. They're musical instruments. So what I'm trying to say here is every child, an important sense is sense of hearing, right? So these are toys. This company actually wants to make sure that it is also safe, not only the physical parts, not only the electronics, but also the hearing of the child. So let's do a quick test. Can you come closer? So I was told like the maximum decibels for this one is about 80 decibels. So let's give it a shot, all right? So here's the musical instrument. And as you can see, it's around 70, 79, 80. So by average, it's 80. It's reaching 83 because I talk too loud. Okay, I'm gonna stop. There you go. So it's pretty safe. It's not more than 80 as advised earlier. So they check these as well. Anyway, let's move to the next workshop or next facility. All right, so I am here right now at Jinxing's Research and Development Facility. Now in this facility, they have several designers that actually work on both from the product and also the packaging or the boxes. So they create all the designs here from sketches to 3D modeling. So they're quite busy right now in front of the computer, so I don't really want to talk too loud. So yeah, so this is where it happens. The concepts, the sketches, the ideas. This is actually the brainchild of Jinxing Company Limited. So one of the things that we're actually looking into and to evaluate is the social responsibility, of course. So I'm here right now in a 7-story building, And this is one of the dormitories that's inside or housing in this 7-story building. They have 260 rooms such as this one, and it can actually fit 2 to 6 people or employees. It is really important for us to check as well this part of the factory because we want to make sure that all the employees are being taken good care of, that they're comfortable. Even after work, you gotta have a nice place to rest and to sleep, right? So we have all these double deck beds, and then I can feel the gush of air, which means there's good ventilation. They have ceiling fans, they have air conditioning, a nice balcony to get some sunshine, and it's an afternoon sun, of course. So anyway, I think, yeah, this is really good with my taste, but for CTJPA, I think they're gonna give them 5 stars. But anyway, let's move to the next facility. So right now we're in one of their canteen or pantry, and behind me is actually their kitchen, and they're on a break right now because it's actually 3:15 p.m. here right now in Shantou Chenghai. So, but in this facility alone, this canteen actually can house 200 dining tables and 800 seats. That means all the employees get to enjoy this spacious, clean, well-ventilated dining area. All right, so we're down to the last part of the program wherein I'm gonna be asking somebody from the company, and I have here, I'm really lucky to have Cindy from the... Yeah, me too. Pleasure. We're with Cindy. She's from the sales department, and I'm just gonna ask a couple of questions so that you will have a little bit more information about the company. So anyway, I'm gonna ask you the first question. So Cindy, how long has the company been in the toy business?
Our company has been engaged in toy business for nearly 20 years. From a small unknown factory, we gradually grew into the first brand of musical instrument toys in China.
So 20 years in this business. Oh, that's why when I was going around in your showroom, I was checking out all the toys. I can see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of toys. Well, it actually just shows that you've been in this business for that quite some time, for 20 years. Anyway, let me go to the second question is, what are the key points that you can share? And I believe our future clients would like to know as well. What's the future of a new product from Jinxing?
In my opinion, the most important thing to develop the products is to have innovation. And in addition to controlling the quality, the products should be make customers feel value for money. And that products make customers feel value for money are good products.
I see. And one thing that caught my attention was you mentioned about innovation, which earlier on when they were doing a demo of one of your products, I was surprised. I grew up with toys too. I mean, I'm a child by heart. So there's this piano that actually works with a mobile app or app as well. So I was really surprised. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more modern toys from Jinxing in the future. But anyway, that is all the time that we have left today. And thank you, Cindy. Thank you for the hospitality and for touring us around the factory. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get in contact, if you want to know more about the company, you can actually contact Jinxing directly, or you can actually send us a message to CTJPA. So for now, it's a goodbye, and we're gonna see you soon. So thank you for watching. So say bye to everybody. Bye.